Good morning, Les. How are you?
Murphy's Law been messing with me this morning.
It's a Friday. At least it's a Friday. Thank goodness it's
That's
Friday.
right. Absolutely. Yes, indeed.
Technology is great until it's not, but look, it's working for us now.
Yes, yes, yes. This is true. How are you doing? You're looking like fresh money.
Oh, like fresh money. I've never been called that. I am
Uh-huh.
excited. I am already seeing people from all over here. I'm excited for today's topic about protecting yourself. I'm excited for all of this.
Yes, it's yeah, you got to keep your guard up today. I'm going to be talking about that. But I'd like to just find out where people are from.
Look, the very first person that chimed in here said Scotland, and I'm not sure we've ever seen Scotland before.
Okay, very hello, Shirley in Scotland. All right.
You been
Who
to
else
Scotland
is there?
before?
No, I haven't seen Scotland on. Go ahead. Who else?
We've got from the Philippines,
Mm-hmm. Who else?
South Africa,
Yes.
Bristol, UK.
Mm-hmm.
How about this one? Spain.
All right. Yes.
You used to live here in Miami.
That's where I was born and raised. Yes.
And I don't know why this
Giselle.
one's coming in all secretive, but one of your neighbors in Atlanta.
Yes.
Oh, there's a lot of people from Atlanta on here. All your neighbors.
Jonathan, what's happening?
So we got people from all over. So you
Mm.
ready? You're good. You've got a guest today. You've got all sorts of awesome stuff going on. So I'm excited we got live.
Yes. Okay. Very good. All right. I'm ready.
All right,
Thank
I'm
you,
going to jump out of
everybody.
here.
Yes. I'm so glad to be able to spend some time with you and talk to you. And I want to share with you something that I feel that I can't say it enough, that your ability to communicate now is more important, to influence people, to impact people. We have an election that literally, and this is the first time, and I am a former elected official. This is the first time in my lifetime, and I'm 75 years old, that your willingness to vote can save lives, and your unwillingness to vote and participate in this process, we can lose a lot of lives. Your life and lives of people that you care about. And the reason I'm talking about this, I'm going to talk to my guests, but let me position it like this. Two ladies were speaking and talking to each other at a gas pump. And one asked the other, "Are you registered to vote? Are you going to vote?" And the lady who was asked that question, she said, "No, they're all the same. They're all the same." I take exception with that. She's what I call a non-participant. She's a person that I consider a witness. No, 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 no. There are three types of people: those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those that don't know what happened. That's the category she fits in. She doesn't know what's happening, what's going on. And the reason that this is so close to my heart, that there are millions of people, if the wrong person is in office, they will lose their life. Let me give you an example. I'm 75. Before I turned 65, my health insurance was $5,000 a month. Do you know why? Because I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. You know why? I have a pre-existing condition: high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, cancer. And so they say, "Okay, you want insurance? Okay, we'll provide it for you, but it costs you $5,000 a month." If I didn't have the money, I would be dead. Now, who does this election affect? 54 million Americans will not be able to afford insurance in the open market because they have pre-existing conditions. There's a case in the federal courts right now to eliminate the Affordable Health Care Act. That one party demonized it by calling it Obamacare. All right? I remember one guy said, you know what? I'm against that Obamacare, but I believe in that Affordable Health Care Act. Yeah, I got it and I use it. He didn't know they were the same. I teach speakers, I train speakers, and part of being a speaker, you have to be a strategic communicator, number one. Number two, you have to be a good listener. And the masses, for the most part, don't listen. What P.T. Bailey, what did he say? A sucker is born every second. Someone just said recently, well, I'm going to mandate, I'm going to pass an executive order that you have pre-existing conditions. The majority of people heard that. Now, mind you, that person said that, it's in the courts right now, trying to destroy it. But here's the second line. I will give it to the Congress and the Senate to work up and develop some legislation to get it passed. See, you can't have an executive order to create the conditions where people with pre-existing conditions can get insurance coverage. That's a legislative decision. The Senate and the Congress have to pay for that. Do you remember that the first day I'm in office, I'm going to kill the Obamacare? In the federal courts now, trying to kill it, but it's popular, it's saving lives, and now I'm going to pass an executive order to mandate it. Everything is about communication. I quote often the power of communication. Steve Jobs said, the storyteller is the most powerful person in the world because based upon how they tell the story, you can influence people. You can encourage people to vote and fight for things that's working against them if you know your stuff. I'm telling you what I know. I got more legislation passed when I was working in the Ohio legislature from the 29th House District, passed 14 bills my first term. Why? Because I was a storyteller. I could tell the story about the legislation that I introduced. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to introduce legislation that will prevent utility companies from terminating people's utilities in the heart of winter on Friday, because on Friday, after 5 o'clock, you terminate somebody's utilities and the temperatures drop down in the single digits, they can freeze to death by Monday morning. I got that legislation passed. Others tried to do it, but they were not as dramatic as me. They didn't know how to bring it, get the butter from the duck like I did. I got it passed. Telling you what I know. So I want to teach you how to be a voice of influence. You want to talk to people about getting out to vote? Just tell them. If you don't vote, there are people who are going to get in office that will prevent you from getting insurance coverage if you have a pre-existing condition. Who does that affect? About 54 million Americans. If you're under 65, 27% of the population. If a friend of mine, she has asthma. Her inhaler, $1,500 a month, her inhaler. She had to decide between her inhaler with her asthma or rent, her car note, and groceries. She couldn't afford all three, and food. And so she didn't get the inhaler, hoping that she could make it. There are people, millions of people that's in that situation now. They don't know what's on the line. You got to keep your guard up. You think about all the stuff that we are dealing with, the political lies, number one. No, number two. Yeah, number one. Number two, the coronavirus. I did something stupid yesterday. I wasn't even thinking. A friend of mine called me, and he's one of my spiritual sons. He did a motivational video that I think is one of the greatest ones on the planet, William Hollis. I want you to pull it up. And the title of it is, I didn't come this far to come this far. We went in the studio yesterday. And so he was in there recording, and he called me and said, I'm coming to get you. Let's go into the studio. I said, man, I'm not coming out of the house till 2027. But I broke down, and I was glad to get out of the house. Went down to the studio, got my mask on. He has his mask on. I said, don't show up here without a mask. He had it on. He goes in the other studio and he records. I'm watching. I say to the engineer, how can I get over there? I'm going to show him how to do this. I went in there and I started talking, and where's my mask? I had my mask on, right? So then I can hear myself, and it wasn't coming through properly. So guess what Mr. Motivator did? Mr. Buckethead, Mr. Kadumbo did. I took my mask off. I said, no, I can't do it like this. I took my mask off. So he's standing there looking at me. He's got his mask below his nose. And another guy got his mask below his nose. I'm 75 with underlying issues. I should have said, you know what? The two of y'all need to get out of here and get me some Lysol so I can spray in here just in case y'all left something in here. And then did that. So I'm so fired up, so into what I'm doing. I leave the studio after I record, go into another studio to listen to what I recorded. And guess what I didn't do? I didn't put my mask on. I'm sitting up there with no mask on, listening. Coronavirus don't care if you're stupid. Coronavirus don't care if you forgot. Coronavirus don't respond to the mindset of my twin brother. Wouldn't go to church because people were wearing masks. I'm not going to live like that. So you're going to die without a mask. You'd rather die without a mask than to live with one. Coronavirus don't care anything about that. So I'm sitting there listening to my stuff. I'm jamming. I'm getting off. I did my stuff to remind me of my days in radio, and I was so excited. And so my spiritual son, he's all fired up, people fired up. And they took all of them. I'm in the room with young people, small room, and they all say, man, brother, you got down in there. Oh my goodness, man, you brought it from down deep today. I came home. I looked at that video. I was so shocked. I looked at it and I put my mask on. I'm watching the video. Can you believe that? Kadumbo, hello. I had the unmitigated gall to be looking at the slide presentation and put my mask on. I'm going to get that out of here for you. I got to show you what I did yesterday. I want to play it for you. And so here's the point. Today you got to keep your guard up. There's so much coming at us. Jared Jackson said his mother told him life has no duplicate. Herman Cain went to Utah with the president, proud, sitting on the front row, no mask. 2 weeks later in the hospital, text out, no big deal, he's out of here. I didn't sleep good last night. Because that was not smart. That was a mistake. And I just said, my goodness, what was I thinking? Listen, this is what I recorded.
He is the most interesting man in the world. Bob Marley was asked a question after a concert. Why did you work tonight? I heard that you were shot. You could have taken off. And he said, people who spread evil don't take a day off. Why should I? Evil prevails when good men and women do nothing. What we need now more than ever is love. It's been said that God is love, and he who dwelleth in love dwelleth in God, and God in them. What we need now is for you to stand up for what you believe in, because you can fall for anything. What we need now are people who are willing to be courageous. And courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the willingness to act in spite of the fear. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chestnut rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We have come treading a path through the blood of the slaughtered. We are the descendants of the ones who would not die. Buried in you are stories of greatness, stories that are waiting to be released, stories that are waiting to be activated on the planet. You were chosen out of 400 million sperm. You are a masterpiece because you're a piece of the master.
I stupidly put my life on the line for 3 minutes of conversation. That's stupid. All these young people surrounded me. Go ahead, old man. You got it, Mr. Brown. That's stupid. Straight up stupid. You got to be mindful. Got to be mindful. It can cost you your life. I went home and I took, y'all don't know about this. I took half of this bottle last night. It boosts your immune system. I took vitamin 3. I took ginger. I was taking so much stuff last night. When I sat down and looked at the videos that Butter had recorded, and I saw they didn't have their mask on and I didn't have my mask on. I was taking everything last night till my ears started ringing. Say, whoa, brother, come on, pump your brakes. And then I was sitting up last night like this. I'm sorry, Corona. I'm not trying to disrespect you or nothing like that. I promise I won't do it again, Lord. I promise I don't believe in you working overtime. But if you could just give me some coverage right about here, I would appreciate it. I was praying. I was chanting, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. I was praying to Jesus, Yahweh, Allah, the whole game. Because I made a stupid decision. Give me a reprieve, please. I I got speakers I got to train. Don't take me out now. My work is not done. I'm sorry. I won't do it no more. I'm not coming out till 2027. Y'all need to like this page and share it. You need to share this with somebody. This is serious. I was there. I stopped after I did 2. I did have enough sense after I did 3 minutes, and I said, wait a minute. I'd like to do some get out the vote spots. I can cut some dramatic get out the vote spots, have people coming out of the woodworks. I did it in Columbus, Chicago, Miami. I know how to do that. I used to be a disc jockey back in the day, a community activist back in the day. I know how to bring them out. I know how to do that. But it's a different place. It's a different environment. Making the wrong decision, letting your guard down can cost you your life. This coronavirus is not playing. I've lost 6 friends. It's not playing. Life has no duplicate. My twin brother. Oh, I'm not dying. I'm not going to live my life like that. Oh, you said you wanted to visit me, right? I'll be happy to talk to you through the door. You're not coming in my house. I know we resided in our mother's womb together and we couldn't talk because of the liquid, but we did sign language. But you ain't coming in my house. No. I talked to you through a window where I talked to Tyrone, the squirrels on the west side of my house. You get a chance to meet Tyrone and his gang. But you ain't coming up in here. Oh my God. I put myself in isolation. See this medication here? $23,000 a month. Lady said, oh, they're all the same. It doesn't matter. This medication, a lot of people can't afford it. They'll be dead. They'll be out of here. I've been here 27 years dealing with 4th stage cancer. Let me tell you something. Trust me on this. This is no time to let your guard down. We need to protect our health. We need to protect our future and our children's future. There's so many lies coming at us. This is deliberate to create fear, to create chaos, to create confusion. No. We can't afford to let our guard down. And we need messengers, people who can speak. That's why I'm training people how to, 1, catch attention, 2, create an experience and hold the attention. And 3, ignite, direct, motivate, inspire the attention. This computer here changes. This is a game changer. Everybody has the ability. I will teach you how to speak and impact people virtually. Looking at a computer in your pajamas. I come in here and I sit down with my Mickey Mouse underwear. Oh, no, you didn't show them. I'm in Atlanta. They go to the grocery store in their pajamas. No, he didn't go there. No, he didn't go there, honey. Yeah, he did. You crazy. Hello, you are crazy. But you know what? When all this crazy is going on, you got to laugh to keep from crying. I'm sorry, you got to laugh. Okay. All right. I promise to be good. I got a special guest. A young lady who has a voice, and she's been speaking locally in her city. I think it's Phoenix. And you're going to hear from her. She's She's a beast. She gets the butter from the duck. She's in our Power Voice program. I'm using my name and reputation to help people get before audiences and create instant credibility and market them to my database. I'm not traveling anymore. Angelica,
Hello.
how
How
are you?
you
Speak
doing,
up
Joe? How
louder.
you
I'm doing
doing?
better than good.
Better than good, better than great.
You
Better
yeah,
than most, as you say.
yes. I'd like for you to, first of all, share with people what value have you gotten out of the Power Voice program?
Oh, okay. Let me sit up on that one because it's the Power Voice system taught me how to discover my story and how powerful my story is. And then being able to how to share my story in such a powerful way that touches others, but not just touch others, but also touch myself. Like, with the Power Voice system, I was able to fall in love with my story, fall in love with it, being able to share my story, being able to give my story to others, and knowing that my story is a survival guide for others. And within the Power Voice system, you gave me tools and techniques to be able to do that, to deliver to any audience, to any person. I can share my story. I can tell them the things that I once were embarrassed about, but at the same time, I found joy expressing them because I know they can help someone else's life. And it's been an honor, a true honor learning from you.
Tell me, what do you plan to do with your story? What is your drive and passion to learn how to speak from the heart and be more effective in how you communicate?
Be a more, to be able to communicate my story. I mean, you taught me how to touch my heart, but how to bring what was in my heart out, to share my story with others. And now I have that. You know, I was once trying to figure that out. And now when I came to work with you, I know how to share that. I know how to put it in pieces and deliver it in a way that it feels good to deliver it. I'm excited about it. I feel liberated about my story, to share my story with others.
When you spoke at the summit, what was the topic that you spoke on?
Dream big, anything and everything is possible.
Would you give them just a sample? There was a portion that you went into and you had this look in your eyes. I said, oh, this is a strange one. Is your monitor on in the background?
Is it on?
Yes. Your phone or your computer? It's okay. I just heard an echo. All right, but go
Okay.
ahead. Share. Just go with that. That's toward the, I don't know if it was in the middle or whatever, where you just got deep in there.
Got me thinking now. I gotta think about where I was deep at in that.
Well, I remember how you looked in the, when you went up in there, I said, oh, she's gone now. She's
I'm
in
gonna
the
go there.
zone.
I'll go there. I'll give a little bit of it. Just play with it. Let's have fun. So, see, anything and everything is possible. That dream that you have in you was given to you by God for the world. See, that gift, you are the gift to the world because of that dream. As Les Brown says, your life is God's gift to the world. But what you do with it is your gift to God. See, there will never ever be anyone just like you. That's what makes you unique. That's what makes you special. That's what makes you one of a kind, because there's only one of you. See, you have the choice. You can dream big or you can dream small, but either way, you're still going to spend the same amount of time. So that dream that you have, that goal that's calling you, that's yearning you, that's coming from your heart, that's speaking to you, it's your gift to the world. And the only person that can give that gift to the world is you. Because, see, you're one of a kind. See, no one else can give what you can give because, see, God gave it to you. And God is waiting for you because, see, the world is waiting for that gift that you have within you. And the only person that can give it the way you can give it is you. See, we need that gift that you have within you. See, there's generations born and unborn generations that are waiting for that gift, that story that you have within you, that voice that you have within you, to inspire them, to be greater than what they are today. And they can't do it without you. So I'm going to leave you with a question, like I left the Power Voice Summit with a question. How far will we have to go into the future to see the difference that you make by the actions that you take today, by living your greatest version, by living that big dream that you have within you? And I know there's so much taking place in this world right now. And I know that you're worrying about all the bills that you might have to pay and this and that. But see, you have a life purpose, and that life purpose has been given to you and only to you. So that goal, that dream that you've been thinking about, that secret that you might have within yourself about that dream, it has to come out. And the only way it can come out is through you. So like the question I just asked you, how far will we have to go into the future to see the difference that you make by the actions that you take, by living your greatest version of yourself, by living that dream that is calling to the world through you. Much love to you.
Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. Up in here, up in
Up in
here.
here, you run the butter at the duck, as you
Yes,
said.
you did. Yes, thank you. How can people get in touch with you?
They can find me at angelicalove.love. That's my, yes. And you can also find me on Facebook at Angelica Love.
AngelicaLove.com?
Yes. Love.
.love.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like my last name, AngelicaLove.love.
All right, I had never heard that .love before.
It's unique. I had to get it specifically for me.
I'm gonna get Les Brown .brown. Okay.
Ah, that'd be so cool. Oh, we can do it together.
All right. Thank you very much. Oh,
Much love to you, Les.
love you. Appreciate you very much. Bye for now. She can bring it. She didn't bring it with all the intensity because she wanted to spare y'all, because you just can't take it when she's in high gear. So she toned it down some. But she's one of the many speakers that was at the summit that just did an incredible job. And we're going to have another summit. And the point is, now we need voices of influence. There are a lot of people that just don't know what time it is. Things that have changed dramatically. You got somebody saying they don't want history told in schools about slavery, that's toxic, that's mental abuse. When I was in school, I maybe heard one line about slavery. One line. Don't want our kids to know. Oh, that would be bad for the country for them to know that. We need lessons and curriculums that will affirm America. This Black history stuff is going to make our country look bad. Give us a black eye. Our kids are in trouble unless we step up. Our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, our great-great-great-grandchildren in trouble, because once you have a sense of yourself, life changes. Frederick Douglass's slave master took an interest in him and was teaching him how to read. Now, during this time, part of the history that they don't want taught in the schools, I didn't learn this when I was at Douglas Elementary School or Booker T. Washington High School. When the slave master came home and found his wife teaching Frederick Douglass how to read, who was a great orator, who had several banks, became an entrepreneur, who was a slave, who taught himself how to read after being beat within an inch of his life. He almost killed him. And Frederick Douglass crawled under the house to nurse his wounds, bleeding and whelps all over him. And he overheard the slave master's wife asking, "Why did you beat him like that? You could have killed him. He's a nice person. You beat him like an animal within an inch of his life. Why did you do that?" She was crying. She was just torn up by that. And the slave master said, "Never teach a slave how to read. Because once they learn how to read, They'll never be satisfied with being a slave. And when Frederick Douglass heard that, cringing in pain, sniffling under the house, he heard those words, that created a hunger in himself. And every time he saw a little piece of paper or something, he would go under the house and listen to conversations and how people said things, and remembering the things that the slave master's wife taught him. And he taught himself how to read. Brilliant writer. Why help a man stand up if he does not have enough gumption to lock his knees? When you let him go, his head will hit the pavement. Frederick Douglass, power concedes nothing without a demand. This young man, Frederick Douglass, as you look at yourself, look at your goals, and look at your dreams. We might not get everything that we fight for, but everything that we get, it will be a fight. Just learning how to read could have cost him his life. What an incredible voice. Look him up. He was powerful. And travel around the world, speaking to people all over the world about slavery in America. Your ability to communicate humanizes you. Your ability to communicate opens doors for you. How do you know these things, Les? I came from nothing, born in an abandoned building on a floor with my twin brother, Wesley. I came from nothing, labeled educable, mentally retarded, put back from the 5th grade to the 4th grade at Douglas Elementary School in Overtown in Miami. Failed again in the 8th grade at Booker T. Washington High School. I came from nothing. But Mr. Leroy Washington, this high school teacher, said, Mr. Brown, someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. Don't you ever answer to DT, the dumb twin, again. Mr. Brown, develop your communication skills, because once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. I can't tell you how many nights before I go to sleep, I say, Lord, I don't know if there's something you want to do, that if you died and if you didn't accomplish it, it would be a regret. My goal is to teach people how to live a life of regret. You know what I regret? That I wasn't effective enough in my communication to reach people and inspire people who can hear my voice, people that I've motivated, inspired, and made a difference in their lives, to see me as an example as opposed to an exception. All of us are 6 inches from success. That's the distance from this ear to this ear. The people who make it in life, they develop what's between those 6 inches, what's between those ears. I didn't know how to do this, but I was willing to invest in myself because I wanted a different life for my children. I was on a job, they didn't like me and I didn't like them. And I was determined to find a way to get out of there. See, you weren't born to work for a job. A job is what you get paid for. A calling is what you are made for. I always got in trouble because of my mouth. Always. Editorializing as a community activist. Always speaking out on things that I felt strongly about. Always. Always. And now it's amazing. All those things that I used to be condemned for. That's why they put me back from the 5th grade to the 4th grade. He talks too much. Now I get paid to talk. Look at God. Come on now. Well, oh, behave. Hello. If you can hear me, don't put it off. Seize the moment. Don't put it off. Seize the moment. Life has no duplicate. Jerry Jackson's mother was right. Seize the moment. We are here for a purpose. There's some things that come to us naturally. I didn't do this for 14 years. Who's going to listen to me? Who's going to pay me to talk? I'm LB, Triple P, Les Brown, your platter playing papa in elementary school. Hey, baby, what's happening? What's your name? Oh, my name is Les Brown. They call me Mr. Vocabulary. Linguistically or orationally, I'm emphatic that I possess an ad infinitum etymology, which is simply inconquerable. However, baby, I want to be like Columbus and discover you. I was in 6th grade. Talking smack like that. They call me Mr. Vocabulary. I want to be like Columbus and discover you. If you like me, like to make people feel good, like to make people laugh, like to motivate people, have them laughing in their tears. And if you like me a little off in the head, the neighbors will say, Mamie, you got 7 children over there. We'll keep 6 of them. But that Leslie, you got to take Leslie to work with you. She said, why? Because he's a little touch in the head, Mamie. Take it with you. But look at God. Come on. What a mighty God we serve. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Have you had people to underestimate your gift? They didn't know who they were talking about. They didn't know who they were talking to. Have you had people to try and convince you that you are not special, that you can't do that? They're want to promote their limitations on you. Things have changed. Listen to me. I'm a former elected official. These guys are trained how to not answer questions. How not to say nothing like they're saying something. They'll lie in your face with a straight face, even when you're checking them. I'm telling you what I know. I introduced some legislation that was going to be very, very beneficial for my district. And I asked this guy from the 32nd district, I said, look, I just need one more vote. I supported you on some legislation that you had for your constituents. And all I need now, I want my favor back. I need your vote on this legislation. If you can't do it, if you can't keep your word, let me know and I ask somebody else. But it's going to be a tight vote. Oh, you can count on me. Can I really? Yeah. Okay, we're going back into sessions. Mr. Speaker, yes, gentlemen from the 29th House District, I'd like to be able to speak, sir. I'd like to introduce some legislation, but also I'm ready to call for the vote, sir. The gentleman would like to introduce his legislation, and he would like for us to vote. Let us vote. Boom. I'm looking up. They have green lights, which means yes, and red lights, which means no. And the district, the number by the lights. And then it was tight. He looked at me, and I'm saying like, and he pushed, boom, red. Mr. Brown, gentleman from the 29th House District, bam, bill defeated. I jumped up and I ran over to him. I said, you told me I could count on you. And I told you if I couldn't, I got somebody else I could talk to. Why did you tell me that? Why did you do that? Why did you defeat my bill by voting against it? He said, I lied. I lied. Reverend Phil Hill said, Mr. Brown, let it go. Representative Mike Stenziano, let it go. Representative C.J. McLinn from Ohio, let it go, Les. Let it go. Don't follow the man outside. Let it go, man. Let it go. He lied. The people of my district needed that. He lied. He didn't have to do that to me. I supported him. This is not about party. This is about people we are here to serve. I can't. I'm not accustomed to that. Your word is your word. Some people don't believe that. They'll say anything. Their first responsibility is to get elected. And their second responsibility is to get reelected. They'll talk out of their neck. They'll lie. They'll say anything. His power is intoxicating. You got to learn how to play the game, young man. I don't want to play the game if I got to lie. No, I'm taking my position. You for me or you against me? I learned a lot. And I would have still been there. Boy, if my mother had not been diagnosed with breast cancer, I'd have been fierce. I'd be fierce right now. But now I'm 75. They call me an old man. I don't feel old. I still got the fire in my belly. I can still train others who can hear me. I can tell you that. I can train. If you have a desire to be a community activist, elected official, a top entrepreneur, to sell your business, sell your ideas, to make powerful presentations, to advance your career, if you can communicate, I can't tell you the number of people that I've trained who came back and said, thank you. Whew, I had no idea working at IBM how important that was, what you shared with me. And I was in a situation I had to present. And man, whoa. Whew. I was able to bring it. I made you proud today. I cannot tell you. Oh, do you have a story? Would you like to make a difference? Would you like to live a life that will outlive you? You know why a lot of people get old before their time? It's because they're living a misplaced life. They're not doing what they were sent here to do. We were sent here to make the world a better place, not just work for 40 years doing something we don't want to do, stressed out of our minds, underpaid, overworked, then retire and die within 2 years of retirement. No, no, no. You got greatness in you. Talked to this guy the other day, went to school with. I've lived my life. Oh, are you speaking from the grave? Am I looking at a ghost right now? You still here? You're speaking in past tense. You forget your years will forget you. People who've lived their lives are in the cemetery or they're cremated. Are you about to do something? Well, let me back up. I don't see a can of gasoline around here anywhere. Oh, well, you know what? You going there today. You on fire today. You getting the butter from the duck today. Oh, yeah. Come on, Mamie Brown's baby boy. If you like having fun, if you like making a difference, if you want to be the best, the dominant force in your niche, your voice is your superpower, your power voice. I want you to put voice in the comment section for the Power Voice system. Allow me to train you. Yes. Allow me to work with that voice and that story of yours. Angelica, she's a perpetual student. She reads, she studies. If it's your magnificent obsession, you want not just to be one of the people, you want to be a dominant person in whatever you do. I teach you how to do that, how to change people's lives around the world. Go beyond being local. You local? In order to rise above, you need to be connected with somebody who has national and global recognition, somebody who has the skill, the experience, and the accomplishment, and can train you how to do it, and not threatened by you. There's no time to be playing small. The people that are trying to take rights away, the people that are trying to take your health care away, they are serious. The ones who vote against your health care, your taxpayers are paying for their health care, and they don't turn it down. And in fact, one of them is taking the Affordable Health Care Act, taking advantage of it. He said, I'm just following the law for me and my family. Is that right? Wow. What a weak behind comeback. That's weak as wet toilet paper. What a gangster slap you. But I've been saved. But I'm a baby Christian. Don't hang around me too long. You know what? You need to take your vitamins. That's what you need to do. You need to take your vitamins. Yeah, I think you're about to leave here because you were in that studio yesterday. Take your vitamins, Mr. Brown. I think you think this is your last presentation. You need to take your vitamins. Come on, cool off, okay? All right, I will take my vitamins. I promise to be good. Yeah, I will take them. Yeah, it's for my immune system because I was not mindful yesterday in the studio and left my... Don't you make me think about it? Yes. Ooh, I go to the bathroom now, put my mask on. Oh, behave. Okay. Ooh. I enjoy myself. It's great to be me. Excuse me for just a minute. I'm taking my vitamins. I got some new vitamins. I'm not going to tell you all about it. This is a commercial, so I'm not endorsing nothing. except live. Be mindful. Excuse me.
I'm going to jump in here while you're on commercial. Make sure you're putting voice in the comments if you want to work directly with Les. I do have a comment, or let's say a speech to give you on this comment. Miss Rebecca says, "You're not leaving yet. Your purpose is not fulfilled completely yet. Don't do it again, Mr. Brown. We need you."
Thank you. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Becca Boo. I honestly will not do it again. I will record on my phone and email it to them in Dropbox. I got that worked out. And I'm not coming out till 2027. What else you got there?
Jonathan says he can't deal with you anymore. So passionate and hilarious, all in the same breath.
Thank you, Jonathan.
And Charles enjoys that you're always yourself, which I think is hard for people. So they love that about you.
Oh, thank you.
So, lots of take your vitamin comments in here. It's Friday. It was the day for Shelby to watch this.
Yes, Shelby. Yes, cousin Shelby.
So we started off a little funny today, but you kept it going. We're at an hour. Can you believe we went a full hour today?
An hour?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We were going to do this slide presentation, and when I looked at my journey, Aretha Franklin had a song that said, "Sometimes I look back and I wonder how I got over." People who've purchased my book, and anybody that's listening now, if you're reading my book or read my book, I'd like to see your comments about it. Just be honest and put them. Yeah, thank you. Put it up on the screen so people can see it, because I've gone through some stuff. Yes. Thank you so much. Call You've Got to Be Hungry. Go to IamHungryLesBrown.com and order it. And if you go to Amazon, it's got a 5-star rating. It's different. It's unique. It is. I like to have somebody who have seen it and have read it and just talk about the impact it has made on them.
Yes, leave that in the comments for us, please, and we will reach out if you have read it. We're really excited about that.
That's the last vitamin. I just emptied this bottle. That's the last one.
Well, with that, why don't you wrap us up today?
Yes. Don't die an unlived life. Don't die an unlived life. Something they said about Judge Ginsburg, that she was talking about and thinking that she had more years left. And one of the things she said, "I'll be glad when we get past all of these dim days and gloomy things that we're experiencing." None of us know how much time we have. And do what you can. George Washington Carver said this, and I love this. Do what you can where you are with what you have. And the other thing that I'd like to say to people, particularly, and why I went over, I read a lot of positive stuff. I listen to positive stuff. I pray, I meditate. Why? These times are different. When you're dealing with touch deprivation. One of my granddaughters getting married this afternoon. I will see it on Zoom. She called me, "Grandpa, you coming?" "Baby, y'all send me a link. I would love to come." "Grandpa's not coming. Not coming." My friend Ali Yassin passed, knowing him for over 30 years. I spoke online to people that attended his transition service. This is different. This is a different time that I can't hug my granddaughter who's getting married and be a witness there when she get married today. My other granddaughter who's pregnant, that that she has to come by. And I said, hi, baby. And cannot have the conversation and be in the one-on-one as I would love to be in, as I've been in the past. Well, you wear the mask. Well, the CDC said the coronavirus is also airborne. It stays in the air longer than what we thought. The White House came out later and told them change that narrative. So the CDC then comes back and say, oh, that was an error. Who am I going to listen to? I'm going to listen to the CDC. What they said at first, they changed the narrative because they want to keep their jobs. And I'm not mad at them. I understand. They got bills, mortgage note, car notes, children to feed, mortgage, college fees to pay. I'm not mad at them. I understand. That's why I like to teach people how to use their voice and their story so they can get out of line from the journey of the broke and create their own job, be able to make a difference as well as earn money and make an impact and live a life of significance. And people need to be uplifted. I came to inspire, to motivate, to uplift. And I know I'm not the only one. There's some people watching me right now. They know I need to do this now. Put voice in the comment section. Put voice in the comment section. I'm having some more summits and I'm looking for speakers that are hungry and coachable and ready to take it to the next level. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Yes. All right.
Well, have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back Monday, same time, same place.
I'm going to do something this weekend because Bob Ball is right. Evil people don't take a day off. I'll be speaking this weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Well, perfect. I am going to see you on Monday because I am going to celebrate my son's 14th birthday this weekend.
Oh, that is great.
Yes.
Fantastic.
It happened so fast, right?
Yes. They grow up so fast. When they're small, you wish they could just stay that way. Okay.
All right. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
All right. Have a great weekend. I appreciate you so much. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Love you too.